Okay, now it's officially... No, not yet. Not yet. I'm waiting until it's officially time to start, but whatever. Okay. Hey Bunnrings! I'm Korakira, your ever-curious and ever-loyal companion and your personal guide to the retro realm of bunnhop! Konnichiwa! Korakira to Moshiban yoroshiku onegaishiban! Welcome, my dear Bunnrings, to part 21 of our Chill Play Oblivion Remastered series. Hello. So let's pick up where we left off last weekend. Why do I always spawn with a bow in my hand? I don't know why. Why does that happen? I am unsure. Okay, so let's go take a look at our inventory to see if there are any items that we can just, you know, I don't know, leave in our bountiful chest. There we go. Can we recharge our weapon? There is nothing to recharge. It has been fully recharged. I was trying to... This is the second time. Well, last stream was the second time when I said that I will be doing this off stream, but I really couldn't find the time to do this off stream, so we'll do it now. I don't think we've got aloe vera leaves or green stained cup. And I also said that I was going to check that alchemy merchant back in the Imperial City. And I don't think she's selling everything either. I guess many of these items are kind of hard to find, or it could be that we haven't been to that part of Cyrodiil where we can find those alchemical ingredients. Okay, let me look at my world map. I do remember that we didn't go to Broch Camp and Echo Mine, as well as Fort Ontis, if I'm not mistaken. So that is where we're going to start today. Oh, we cannot fast travel from from inside our castle. Oh, no, why does it always have to be like that? Okay, how is everyone doing? It is the weekend. I am very happy that the week is over. And so is our struggle to make the Ragnarok Online lore video. Our upcoming Ragnarok Online lore video, I think we will be done by today. I love this. I love Hjalti. Hjalti Firebeard. Another one of Talos's personas. We've got Talos guiding us here. I love you, little baby. Oh! He said he loves me too. Oh, how sweet. I always have that locked. that gate locked because, you know, we don't want any intruders. That is exactly how we got the this castle previously from Lord... I can't remember his name. Lord Kane? Or is it Lord Kelvin? Lord Kane is his father. Lord Kelvin is the younger guy. Oh yeah. We got rid of this guy last time. So this is the fort that we cannot go to just yet because it's locked and needs a key. It's probably part of a quest. Hello, Rose on YouTube with the dog emotes. Always a necessity. I love that 30 song. You will always be my necessity. I am lost without you. It's one of my favorite 30s songs. Songs from the 30s. This is the first day in the past 4 days that I've got good sleep, so here's the energy. I'm so happy that I've got energy today. Cause, ooh, hello Timberwolf. Oh yeah, we do need to stock up on healing potions. Definitely. If we see a merchant somewhere, we will be purchasing their healing potions. Hopefully that merchant is well stocked up on alchemical potions as well, specifically healing ones. Oh yeah, we have been here. The thing is, I thought that there was some sort of an interior cell, you know, like a dungeon of some sort, in this near this camp rather, but there is no interior cell. Maybe this is a camp for bandits who would like to you know, wreak havoc inside the echo mine. That's a possibility. Perhaps. Ooh. Lots of bottles of ale here. What have you been doing, my dear bunnrings? How has your week been? As for us, we were really busy with the upcoming Ragnarok Online lore video. We weren't sleeping well because we were too exhausted almost every single day working on it. My part ended on Tuesday, so that's Monday night for everyone living in North America. That is Monday night for you guys. But after that, I transferred it to Rose's hands because she, as we all know, probably, I hope you all know, it is Rose who does all the video editing for us. So she has been editing the video for about a week now, I think. I think so, if I'm not mistaken. Probably been slightly more than a week now. I think. And yeah, it's almost done. It just needs a little bit more finishing touches, and then we need to put the BGM, the background music for that. And for those of you who wonder why we don't use the original Ragnarok Online BGM background music for our lore videos, it's because, you know, I don't think gravity allows that. I just don't think so. And just to err on the side of caution, that's why we don't use the original BGMs included in the game, which is sad. I know it's sad. It is sad for us as well because we love those. The Ragnarok Online BGMs really are some of the things that attracted us into, got us hooked. Ooh.
Let's get this over with.
Oh, hello. Got us hooked on the game. There we go. I couldn't finish my thought because of this guy. Another bandit. Oh, he got paralyzed. I guess he really is one of those, one of the people camping outside, just outside this mine. Maybe that is their camp. I don't know why they're camping outside. I guess it's because everyone needs to touch grass every once in a while. Everyone needs to touch grass every once in a while. That's why. That's why they're camping outside instead of making a more fortified. he's vibrating. Something wrong with this corpse. It's vibrating like a phone. Ooh, elven boots. I've got elven boots too. Enchantment. But I want to be able to amass more wealth in this game. Because I want to be able to purchase every single house in this game. And a lot of the houses are between 10,000 to, I think, 20,000 septims. They are quite pricey.
Hello?
Hello?
Who's there?
Just me.
Die!
But yeah, as I was saying, it is also sad that we're unable to use Ragnarok BGMs in the game because it just sounds so unique and amazing and beautiful. We love them. Rose and I love them so much. They're very catchy. And I don't even know why, but I don't know how Sound Temp and the other South Korean music producers for video games did it, but they made it sound so fitting, very much suitable for each of the maps and dungeons and cities and towns. They're very iconic. But sadly, because I think Bethesda games and some other game studios, for example, allow the use of their game BGMs under the Creative Commons, if I'm not mistaken, license, where if you're just making, you know, playthrough videos, let's plays, or you're streaming, you are allowed to play the songs that are made for their games. Except if you're, you know, you're live streaming Fallout, then of course a lot of the songs there are under royalty still. Glass bow! I want a glass bow. But if you're playing, you know, Oblivion, Skyrim, it is fine. If I'm not mistaken, Bethesda is fine with fans using Oblivion, Skyrim, Morrowind, music. I have even I've seen some videos on YouTube that don't have anything to do with gaming or Skyrim or anything. Video game lore, video game guides, video game builds, nothing. But they are using, for some reason, they are using Oblivion and Skyrim music. I can't remember what type of video Rose and I saw a couple of years ago. But it was like an informational video, if I'm not mistaken. Like how to do something in real life. And then they were using is it Oblivion or Skyrim music? It's silly, but I like it, and it's allowed for the most part, I think, under Creative Commons license. But I don't think Gravity allows it, so just to err on the side of caution for everyone's safety. Ooh, look at that elven battle axe! It shines so bright. We're just gonna be using royalty-free music. Ooh, pickpocket. You know what? Do we want to?
Huh?
Do we try to? No, it's fine. I remember at the end of the previous stream, Lucian LeChance showed up to our castle. And he he invited us to join the there we go. Got confused. The Dark Brotherhood, which is very surprising. Because it wrote something on my the upper left hand side of my screen last stream, and I was like, it it said something like the air is getting colder, blah blah blah, something like that. So I had thought initially that I was turning into a vampire, and I was so surprised because I don't remember encountering any vampire foes last stream. So there's that. But it turned out it's because Lucian Lachance just decided to pay us a visit at our castle. I don't know who he thought we had murdered, or who he thought we had murdered. I don't know, because we didn't murder anyone. I don't think we murdered anyone. I'm not sure if he thought that we murdered Goblin Jim when it was self-defense. If you may remember, we met this Breton necromancer, or what are you? What are you? Scary. Oh, he got paralyzed. Poor little baby Ray. And it kind of looks like the wraiths in Ragnarok Online too. I know we've got a timber wolf. So, yeah, Goblin Jim. We met him inside a goblin dungeon. Goblin cave. Ooh. I'm guessing vampires? I'm not sure. Necromancers? Conjurers? But yeah, that was self-defense. He attacked us first. Well, never mind. He actually attacked. We actually trespassed into their. Oh, okay. We've been there. We actually trespassed into their home. That's probably why they attacked. Yeah, they were just defending their homes. But I don't know if Lucian Lachance counted that as murder. And then also, previously, was it 2 streams ago, if I'm not mistaken, we also had to deal with Glarthir. The, Shrine of Sanguine. It's a bit too early for that, but if you are a bunnring from North America, then this is definitely the time to visit the Shrine of Sanguine. Oh no! Angorm's ghost! What is going on? Okay, I'll do I leave them? Okay. They managed to deal with it with a mountain lion on their own, so there's that. You're scary. You conjure ghosts and stuff? Okay, let's go speak with Angorm.
Have you come to revel in the glory that is the Shrine of Sanguine?
Not tonight, my friend, not tonight. Oh, what does he say?
What can I interest you in?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Okay then.
I'll be here.
I joined for the parties.
Of course.
And stayed for the parties.
Why not?
Why would I go back to work? That life is for suckers and fools.
Wholeheartedly agree with you, Ashni. You're my cousin too. I'm a Khajiit just like you. Hello?
It all feels good. It's all fun. Why not?
Do they all have reddish eyes? Is that the... Oh yeah, they do. Is that the effect of Sanguines? Worshipping Sanguine? The Daedric prince of revelry and wine and drink? And... you know... debauchery. There are so many shrines here. I think we saw the shrine to Clavicus Vile a couple of streams ago, and then I remember there was a shrine to Molag Bal somewhere too. Surprising. I am surprised. Very much surprised. Let's go Goblin Jim's cave. I can't even. Rose on Twitch with the hi to the bun wave emotes. I was about to say hi bun emotes. Bun wave emotes. There we go. Thank you for that. Also, I do remember this. We tried to activate the Jones Stone, but we weren't able to because we weren't, I don't know, popular enough or something. Yeah, exactly. It has something to do with fame. So sadly, that's not something we can do today. Oh yeah, and by the way, what is that? Is that just like a graphical anomaly? But I can see some sort of a glimmer, a shimmer over there among the trees. I don't know. It could just be the graphics. It is an old game, even though it's a remastered version of the game. What is that? So yes, I was saying Lucian LeChance, maybe he thought that we killed Goblin Jim. He probably also thought that we killed Glarthier, even if when we dealt with him, we basically asked the guards to... Oh! One of my favorite flowers in the entire universe, hydrangeas. Yeah, we had to ask the guards. We basically snitched, you know. Ooh, elf cut. We're just tiny little snitches. We didn't really murder Glarther. We didn't unalive him, okay? But I don't know why the Dark Brotherhood thought we were the ones responsible for unaliving Glarther, the paranoid wood elf. Hydrangeas. Hydrangea soft serve. For those of you who haven't been able to try a flower flavored soft serve, if you ever find yourselves in Japan, please consider visiting Kurihama Flower Park. Not sponsored, but I wish I were. I wish I were. I spent a lot of fun times in Kurihama, at Kurihama Flower Park growing up. They've got flower flavored soft serve. I love those. I managed to eat just the hydrangea one. Hydrangea flower flavored soft serve. Let me see. I think I also ate something else. A different flavor, a different flower flavor. Many years ago, I just can't remember what flower it was. This one, Bleak Flats Cave, also needs a key. It's probably tied to a quest. So let's go and not really backtrack, but go a bit to the northeast to go past Goblin Jim's cave and get that thing. Go to that dungeon that... What was that? What was that? I heard it. Getting jumpy here. It's so early for me. It's like 10:22 and I'm already getting jumpy. That's what happens when you've got... You haven't had good sleep. Or you hadn't had good sleep for 3 days straight. But I've had good sleep today, so I'm happy. I'm thankful for that. Flower ice cream, says Rose on YouTube. I love flower ice cream. So it's this one, Shade Leaf Copse. This is the dungeon or the cave where we were sent to, or we are sent to by Sindarian, the High Elf. I think he is a High Elf, right? He is an Altmer. Sindarian is a very Altmerish name. So it's not a... Ooh, it is actually not a dungeon. It is just a creek? Is this considered a creek? A lake? A tiny lake? Well, it's called a copse, so it's a copse. I've never heard of that word before. Copse. C-O-P-S-E. to refer to a body of water. I usually hear the words creek, lake, river. But yeah, it makes sense that he sent us here because it is surrounded by Nirnroot. We've given him Nirnroot, but he wants more, right? Something like that. I can't really remember. It's been a week, and this week has been so busy for us. If you haven't checked out our Patreon page, we haven't been able to upload chill play extras and cozy play videos the past 2 weeks because of the Ragnarok Online lore video. We get to focus on one thing. It's the autism, as you all know. If you're also neurodivergent, you would know. It's the autism. We get so focused, and then we just don't have time. Hyper focused there. We just don't have time to do anything else. And let me see. Where is my journal? 20 more samples. We've got, I think, about 10 back in our bountiful chest. Look at that brown bear. He's so cute. So I guess this quest is more of like a quest that it will take you a while to complete. So you just have to keep going. Keep adventuring. Keep doing side quests. Main quests, exploring, dungeon delving, until you complete, or until you find 20 more Nirnroots for the better Explorer Elixir. Explorer Elixir, there we go. That's what he makes for us. Sindarian, the alchemist. Have we been to Grey Rock Cave? We have. I've been to all of these alien ruin. These are the longer ones that we usually kind of feel uncomfortable being because they do take a while. They do take time to complete. But that also leaves us a lot of room for chat. So usually what we do in this, what do you call that, in this channel, aside from Ragnarok Online videos, is that we do live streams of games that we love, games that we enjoy. We do live streams of Dragon Age: The Veilguard on Monday nights, but that's conditional. It depends on how busy we are. And then Wednesday nights, that's the what is that called? The permanent schedule is Wednesday nights. But and also we do Oblivion live streams. Look at that minute clicker. So we go west. We go west, north, southwest. There we go. And the Oblivion live streams, because I feel like Oblivion is a very chill game for me. It's just very chill. This is more chill than Stardew Valley for me, without the mods. Stardew Valley without the mods is too chaotic for me. It's because it has to do with time. I don't do well with anything that's timed. I get so overwhelmed and I just freeze and stuff. But yeah, Bethesda games, particularly Elder Scrolls games, are
You have my ear,
super
citizen.
duper.
Hello, citizen.
Relaxing
I
and
hope you're
chill.
faring well in these difficult times.
I hope you are too, Mr. Soldier. Nothing.
Stay safe, citizen. These are dark times.
If only guards and soldiers were all that, kind and nice and polite. I wish. Because security guards where we live, they're I don't know, impolite, I would say. They try to act too tough. So we always have to, Ooh, look at it! They look so cute! Where's your herder? Where's your shepherd? Are you just all... You're all independent? You don't even need a shepherd? Or a herder? A sheep herd? Really? A sheep herd? A shepherd? And that's why they're called shepherds. Because they herd sheep. But yeah, security guards. Sometimes when they're like super duper, you know, impolite and not very empathetic and all that, we do try to complain to their managers because, you know, hospitality is important. Just basic politeness, basic kindness, basic courtesy is, I think, something that everyone should practice in their everyday lives. I don't agree that the world should be so dark and menacing and that people should live... Ooh, look at these grapes. Ah. Oh no, I'm stepping on them. I'm making the wine myself.
I'm Gaston Cirilli. Perhaps you've met my brother David.
Mr. Cirilli.
Together, we are the Cirilli Brothers Winery.
Rumors?
Hammer and Tongs is a good place to get your armor repaired. Just don't go early in the morning.
I've met her
Agnet
too.
usually isn't feeling so well then.
She's definitely
Bye.
hammered all the time. Wait, what is that song? Why is there battle music playing? I do remember what is that called? We were stalking people here.
I'm a fair-handed grapes and bows.
Shamir.
Shamir, grower and trainer. But I suspect you want to shoot, not grow grapes. Am I right?
I don't mind either. I love grapes.
Riemann Broder is great with a bow. I think he could shoot the grapes off the vines, which is handy, since he works at the vineyard.
Okay. He shoots grapes off the vines. That is one way to farm. Rose on YouTube says, yes, exactly. Yeah, I don't believe that the world should be like it's the same thing. Games, real life, my purview is exactly the same. I think that I don't know, people are just supposed to be kinder toward each other. Toward one another.
Riemann Broder. He works Cirilli's vineyard. I work Tamika's vineyard.
Ooh, rivals.
Riemann spent 20 years in the Legion, and he's an advanced marksman trainer.
All right, he talks a lot about Riemann. Are you guys best friends, rivals, or lovers?
Take care.
What do you want?
This is the woman that we were stalking.
Goodbye.
For Arthur. Sorry, Bernadette. I feel bad that we had to stalk her just because... Is this her outhouse? Just because of the, of Arthur's paranoia. But yeah, I wish that the world would be, you know, nicer. Activate! Why do I need to activate that? It's so silly that their vineyards are next to each other, or in front of each other, rather. Across each other, there we go. Ooh, yay! Curse mine, let's go. Let's do I see some stuttering, so let's do a quick save. Are you mean? Okay. Yeah, cause because he was just about to attack us. I mean, he was red on my compass, so there we go. He is mean. He's probably cursed. But yeah, I really don't believe in how other people see the world, where you have to toughen up and all that. That's what I was talking about too when we were talking about Daedra and Dragon Age to Belgard. I just don't appreciate people who think that the only way to survive is to be tough. And especially people who take advantage of their positions. Authority position. So when you know, a lot of bureaucrats and security guards and do they count as traffic police? I guess they count as traffic police. Where we live, they're just too awful. They're like those overly, like they're trying too hard to be stern and strict and all that.
Do your work.
And then they get so insecure. Some of them, not all of them. Okay, I never generalize people. Some of them. I actually, from my experience, most of them, sadly. But we've also met bureaucrats and security guards, people in the position of authority that are very nice, very welcoming, polite, courteous, and treat you like you're their equal. But most of our experiences have been bad. Which I'm not really used to because, you know, I don't know. Back in Japan, when you talk to a bureaucrat, they're just like regular people. They don't try to lord over you. And you know what? Security guards in Japan, they're adorable because they're usually grandpas. They're elderly gentlemen and they're just like nice and polite. Sometimes they're a bit stern, but they're not too bad. They won't like get really mad at you or sound as if they're like super mad at you. Sound as if they're looking down on you and stuff. But the security guards and other people where I live, they really sound like they're angry all the time. Especially if you... I guess it was nothing.
Damn rats. Always skirting around in the shadows, making me jumpy.
I really love the Kajiti accent. It's the best.
I'd better cut down on the air.
You-
Starting to see things I am.
You better do. You better cut down on the ale. But it's too late for you, cousin. You chose a life of banditry instead of a life of being nice and adventuring. But yeah.
I'd better cut down on the ale.
What's the matter? Getting tired?
There's so many Kajiti bandits in this team.
Yo, what you got?
There we go. Let's make it easy. Make it easy on yourself. But yeah, that's just who I am. I appreciate niceness and courtesies and gentleness and sweetness. I don't appreciate people that are just too tough. Bureaucracy, angry emote, and thumbs down emote from Rose. I agree. It's like, just be nice. Especially if you're like a forward-facing, client-facing type of person, like a bureaucrat or, yeah, like a public servant. It's important to try your best to be courteous. You don't have to be like super duper nice, but you know, please try your best to treat us like we're people. We're all equal here. We are all equal here. But yeah, that is just my rant about bureaucrats. Because I was talking about how some people love very dark things in life, or you know, they think that you should toughen up and all that. It's like Daedra in Veilguard. I remember Mia saying that if only the looks match the personality. I know. It looks really cool. He looks very conventionally attractive, but then his personality isn't very attractive. Oh no. Sorry, Daedra lovers. I am very open to getting to know him. Getting to know you. And I'm not gonna judge him too harshly. I hope I'm not being too harsh on Daedra. I will make room to, you know, continue your penance to earn the gods' forgiveness. What, did I do something wrong? Mother Mara. Rose says, yeah, but they usually treat people very poorly. I know. I hope Davin isn't like that. I think Davin is just, you know, misguided. I think it's probably because he feels very responsible. He feels responsible for Asan. And he is young. He's probably in his late 20s, early 30s, I assume. So he doesn't know how to parent, and he thinks that being tough on Asan will keep him safe. Will keep him safe. So maybe eventually, the longer you adventure with him, he might be able to learn that, as one of the trainers, one of Asan's trainers, told him before she unfortunately perished, is that, you know, it's important to give Asan a soft touch. Soft touch. Look at that. That is a huge brown bear. I won't let you hunt those deer. I won't let you hurt those deer, Mr. Brown Bear. But yeah, I don't even know why I started talking about, you know, mean people who think that they're better than you just because they're in a position of power. Security guards. Oh, it's because of the Imperial Guard. He was very polite to us. I really wish that all security guards were like that. Security guards in Japan, they're very adorable elderly gentlemen. They're adorable grandpas. They're not mean, for the most part. The only kind of mean security guard in Japan that we encountered was this guy. But he wasn't mean either. He just told us to leave. It's because I was ranting toward Rose about something. This was a long time ago. This was like 2019 or something. Or yeah, I think so. I was ranting about something. I was like very passionately ranting about something. So I sounded very, 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 very angry towards something. Because, you know, some person, a couple of people were being mean to us around that time. And then ooh, look! Arrowroot! Isn't that one of the alchemical ingredients that we need to make wine? Yes! I'm so happy we found those. So yeah, there was this we were just walking around. So what we like to do after school when we were still students, we were just walking around. I guess it was probably a Friday, a weekend or something, or maybe semester's over. I just can't really remember. It was a long time ago, almost a decade ago. And so I was really angry about someone who's very mean to the both of us. And I was ranting. And whenever I go into these really impassioned rants, I really sound like I'm like super duper angry, like I'm ready to crush someone. The stone stirs under your hand. You seek its conjured weapon and armor. Sure thing. Remen or Remen runestone. Love it. I love it. We've got a tower apparel is about to break. We've got an ogre ready for us to test our conjured weapon. Ooh, and we cannot change our weapon, I guess. While the effects of the conjured weapon is still in place, still active, I guess. I don't mind. Okay. I'm just not really spec'd on two-handed. That's the problem. But yeah, so I was like having this like really impassioned, really angry rant, and we didn't realize that it was actually a kind of like a private estate. It's a condominium. It's one of those posh condominiums, and there were seats outside. So this young not bodyguard, security guard told us to leave. But at least he was not too mean about it. I don't like this conjured weapon. What about the Imperial Guards in Cyrodiil? Some of them are nice, some of them are mean. The one that we met just now is quite nice to us, so there's that. My apparel is broken because of this ogre. Yeah, I don't like conjured equipment, conjured weapons anymore. The conjured armor is usually very tough and high quality and very cool too. Ooh, look at that fort over there. It's huge. Wait, is that Kvatch? It is Kvatch. That is our destination. Our intended destination. But yeah, that was the only kind of off security guard. But I understand too, because I was being loud and angry at a posh, outside a posh condominium. In I think it was in Roppongi, if I'm not mistaken. It is in Roppongi. But that's it. That was the only, you know, impolite. Not really impolite. I guess it was my fault too, so I don't know if that counts. But that was the only odd encounter that I had in Japan with security guards or bureaucrats, public servants. But sadly, sadly, where we live, I thought that there was something hidden inside that tree trunk. Sometimes they have that in Skyrim. I can hear the growling and roaring of bears. I love bears. But yeah, I wish that people were a bit more, you know, polite and kind and courteous and nice. Because I really strongly disagree with those people who think that the only way to survive in life is to be mean. Well, if that's the reality, I think we should change it. We should change that reality. There has been a lot of times, plenty of times in the history of humanity where we changed realities. And I don't mean the reality altering kind, you know, with magic and all that. I mean the, you know, changing how life is. Changing progress. Social progress. There we go. Socio-economic progress for all of us. I sound like I'm running for office. I wish I could. Because literally what I majored in college is, you know, political science. It's international affairs, but, you know, the focus is on political science, so there we go. I could run for office, probably. It's more like a diplomatic path, actually. So I could be a diplomat. I could also be a bureaucrat if I chose to. But, you know, I would rather be an artist. We would rather be... Oh, turn back. Okay, that is the edge of the map. I would very much rather be an artist and a writer. Okay, Ooh! I almost died there. We've only got one... We've only got one healing potion. How are we even going to do this? There we go. There we go! Because we are not spec'd into two-handed. That's why we were suffering a bit too much with those conjured weapons and armor. Are they always two-handed? Because there was also that thing last stream that we tried and it looked really, really cool, but it was also two-handed. I wonder if all the conjured weapons and armor are all two-handed, because otherwise we just won't activate them. Korak here for president, says Rose. Thank you for that. I wish. I wish. I wish. I'll make a wish for you and hope it will come true. Such a gentle mind, and if you lose your way, think back on yesterday. Remember me this way. Remember me this way. Casper, everyone. I love Casper. One of my favorite films. 90s movies hit hard. They're the best movies. Whether they're movies for children like Casper or movies for older people, adults. You know, like is it The Fifth Element? The Fifth Element with Bruce Willis. There's that. Ooh, Infested Mind. I want to go to the Infested Mind. They're very fashionable 90s movies. Fashionable. Some of them are very campy, very nice and flamboyant. Thank you for the mic emails, Rose. That's really nice of you. We've got an alien ruin here. We're chasing a deer. Oh dear. I just love it. So yeah, as I was saying, Saturday, or rather Friday night streams, because it is Saturday morning for me, on this channel, in our retro realm, they are mainly for chill and chat. That's why we play very chill games. Well, we just play one game. One game at a time, people, because otherwise I'd be so overwhelmed. I really am surprised that a lot of streamers play multiple games. I just can't do that. I go crazy. And I also like to focus on the game and really, you know, complete it. The only thing that would make me unable to complete a game is that if it gets really hard. But then, you know, there are mods, console commands. But if it's really impossible for me to complete the game, ooh, needs a key. And then that's the only time for me to not complete it.
Huh?
Huh? Huh?
Who's there?
Just me. Your ever curious and ever loyal companion. Hello.
You'll never take me down.
It's usually conjurers inside of these alien ruins. Dremora. Open wide. You gotta love Dremora. I'm turning my back on him. That means I trust him. I'm like a dog.
I'm just warming up.
I love Dremora so much. You know, when I get oh, he just disappeared. Oh, Ebony Dagger, look at that. Strong potion of healing. When I get throat infection. Sore throat, there we go. Oh, look! Blue suede shoes! Elvis reference. Love it. When I get sore throat, I sound like a Dremora sometimes. And the next time that happens, I'm gonna record myself because I love that sound. I love the sound of a Dremora. Dremora's voice, top notch. Better than Bass Check. I would rather sound like a Dremora. Like Bass Check, you know, a lot of bassy voices, they sound very cool, yes. But I also feel like there are so many people who have bassy voices. But sounding like a Dremora, that is an accomplishment. That reverb, I love that. I love the natural reverb that your voice makes when you've got sore throat. You got a sore throat. Orion is on YouTube. Welcome back to the stream, Orion. How are you doing? Happy weekend. Orion says I sound more like a slow. Why not? That's also a unique. That's also a unique voice. You should be proud of it. You should be proud of it. I love floats. But yeah, weekend streams, Friday night streams here are for chill and chat because I just love all these. I love how chill Oblivion is, and I love being able to chat more. Civile. That is a Dremora. That is a kind of Dremora, Civile. I can't remember if Civile Dremoras. What? Already? Are you kidding me? Oh, it's because of all these. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of that Welkin Stone. And then we'll go back, sell some stuff, and then we'll come back here. But yeah, I love being able to hang out and connect on a deeper level with my community during these Friday night Oblivion Remastered, chill play Oblivion Remastered streams because I just feel so chill playing Oblivion. It's not hard for me. I don't need to think too much compared to playing different games. And then there are no cutscenes, unlike in Veilguard. There are no cutscenes, so we get to chat more compared to when we play Veilguard. Load. Hey there, Ryan. So great to see you again. Hope you are well, says Rose. And she adds, I forgot what they sound like. Definitely unique. I also forgot what they sound like. We'll have to look that up later, but definitely unique. Being a Slode is unique. Do I do 12 hours? Just 10 hours. I'm mathematically challenged. We were at a meeting yesterday. And there was this person reading out financial stuff. Numbers, and I'm like looking at the ceiling.
What is
I was looking at
the
my
Tiber
ring.
Sanctum Hotel is a nice place.
I was looking at my skin. I just couldn't focus. Sorry to whoever was at the meeting in charge of discussing financials yesterday, but to whoever you are, lady, I'm sorry, but I just cannot deal with numbers.
Be happy to help you. Can I interest you in some of my wares?
Stuff. Ebony dagger. I think I probably have one in my bountiful chest. I'll just sell it. How are we doing? Is this also a glass bow? It is. It's just an enchanted one. Ooh, mercantile mastery increase, negotiation, bargaining, dickering. I've never heard of that word before. Haggling. They're all a means to an end. Getting the best price for your goods. You are now an expert of mercantile. Yay! All merchants in the world now have 500 more gold available. You can invest in a shop to permanently increase that merchant's available gold by an additional 500. Same thing as Fallout and Skyrim, if I'm not mistaken. Let's do that. I want to invest in my favorite merchant shop. I remember there being slots in ESO, Somerset, Isle, CLC. Yeah, I love them. They're chubby and plump and cute. I love their features. Slodes, they're huge. I love slodes. I want to invest in your shop, Tertullian. Can I invest? Maybe later. Elven boots. Let me see. We'll probably go back and sell those things. Wolf pelts. Sorry, not sell those things. Store them in our bountiful chest. That's why we're heavy. Is because
That's more
of
than I'd
bear,
usually pay.
Bear stuff. Bear pelts and wolf pelts. Slodes. I love slodes. Helm of the Deep Delver. They should make that for light armor because I love delving deep.
Another.
Can I invest?
I would gladly let you invest in my shop.
There we go.
The extra coin will allow me to purchase more goods from adventurers such as yourself.
We are now an investor in the
Farewell.
Three Brothers store. I'm so happy. We are now going to be making more gold. I
The
guess.
Tiber Septim Hotel is a nice place.
Three Brothers Trade Goods. That is the store's name. I can't believe it. I don't even know the store's name. After coming back here like a billion times. But yeah, how is your weekend going, everyone? My dearest bunrings. What are your plans this weekend? For me, we just want to complete the Ragnarok online lore video today, and then maybe we'll go out, shop and stuff. Have a relaxing time this weekend. Let me see. So the Ragnarok online lore video will be premiering next Saturday night. I think. I'll be making the announcement, but I think it will be ready by next Saturday night. Because I usually upload it on a Monday night and then announce it that night so that our dearest bunrings will have time to prepare. So that it's not very last minute, so that, you know, they can decide whether or not to go to the premiere. Blade of Woe! Whoa. It's a dagger. Oh, never mind. That is a Dark Brotherhood thing. Whoa. Oh, green stained cup cap. We need that for wine. Caught in a bad romance. Whoa. I love that song. Oh, I don't need poisons. Do I? I don't need poisons. It's fine. I'll keep them. Orion says I like slots too, but part of me secretly wishes the LMGA were playable. Oh, do you mean that the slots were playable? That would be interesting. Playable slots. I would be very interested in that. Let me see. What is alacrity? I don't know that word. Sounds interesting though. Okay, that's it. I've got a lot of strong potions of sorcery. We should have sold them. Oh well. And the lion pelts as well. Is that another race in Elder Scrolls? Is that Imga? I've never heard of that. I'll look that up. What is it? Maybe later. Because we are in the thick of things. They're a race of ape-like people in Valenwood. They're kind of funny, says Ryan. Interesting. I love that. Ape-like people in Valenwood. I'm so interested in all these races that are not very well explained or explored in the Elder Scrolls games. And then how about the people from the other continent, right? The snake people. They used to rule Cyrodiil too at one point.
Talented smith, one of the best.
The Akaviri from Akavir. I would love a playable Akaviri.
Be happy to help. May I interest you in some of my fine wares?
No, thank you. I don't need sorcerer. I'm not
You drive a
sorcerer.
hard bargain.
The Sorcerer's Stone. Lion pelt. The Stone of
Seems
Sage.
a fair price.
The Stone of Sage in Ragnarok Online.
Thank you for... Bye.
Rose asked were they mentioned in one of the books in Elder Scrolls before.
Hello there.
Thank you for sharing that, Orion. That's definitely something I want to look into. I love learning about all the races in Tamriel. And you know that there are multiple different types of Khajiit, right? Those are all fascinating to me too. You've got the, I can't remember their names. The Alfiq are the cute little cat-sized Khajiits. And then the Cathay, if I'm not mistaken, are the humanoid anthropomorphic Khajiit. And then the there's another one, the one that looks like a lion, Sentrat or something like that. Those are really cute. I want to play as an Alfiq with a sword and a shield. Orion says, honestly, the Elder Scrolls has a bunch of races to make playable. Lol, some missed opportunities. IMO. I agree. I want to be an Akavir. I want to be an Alfiq. I want to be all of those things that are less explored. All of those races are less explored in the games, in the current games. But who else is excited for Elder Scrolls 6? I hope that we're still alive by the time it comes out. But what I heard from Bethesda, Bethesda, is that they're really focusing on Elder Scrolls 6 right now. It is sad that it is to the detriment of a lot of the people who were laid off, sadly, very unfortunately. I feel like, for me, it doesn't make sense.
Who's there?
If I were a company, I've never owned businesses.
It's gone now.
Maybe that's why.
Well, look who we've got here.
But if I were a company, I would definitely benefit more from more employees. Especially if I'm trying to rush a game. Look at that huge one. Woo. Woo. A Storm Atronax! I remember trying to kill Storm Atronax in ESO. There was this really nice guy in ESO who was when we were playing Elder Scrolls Online back in the PlayStation. Back on PlayStation, there was this nice guy who was telling us how to kill a boss monster inside a dungeon. Look at that, it's a Daedra! He was saying, forward, backward, forward, backward. I wish I could play with that guy again. He was entertaining, and he was also very patient in teaching us how to kill the boss and how to dodge the boss's attacks. Rose says, like the Akavir ones, there are also another race of snake people without legs. There's that. Those are very interesting too. It would be great if they added more races. I agree. More playable races. And Rose says that was a terrible thing to do. Which one? Oh yeah, I understand the layoffs. Teaching us how to play. The guy from ESO was teaching us how to play. I agree, Rose. I wish we could play with... I just miss playing with groups. Groups of people. Nice, accommodating, and patient people. And that's what the Elder Scrolls community is. It's full of very accommodating, non-toxic, very kind and welcoming people. And this is why I really want to play ESO again soon. I wish I had the time. Maybe we'll have the time after we've caught up with all of the Ragnarok Online lore quests. We'll probably log into ESO, and we have a house in ESO, by the way, in Morrowind. It's very pretty. It's right under the
Well,
the
look who we've
Red
got
Mountain.
Here.
Well. You sound very catty for a conjurer. Why are you being so catty? Gold trimmed shoes instead of blue suede shoes. Rose says we did a veteran dungeon when we weren't even CP 160. That is us. We're just explorers. That is us. You just wanted to try it, but people are so patient and non-toxic in ESL. That's why I love the community in ESL. I highly recommend if you're someone who are interested in trying out MMOs, massively multiplayer online games, and you are looking for a game where the people aren't toxic. Usually aren't toxic. They're accommodating. They're nice. They're friendly.
If it's a fight you want, it's
welcoming.
a fight you'll get.
Sure, Conjure.
Whoa.
But ESO is the greatest pick for you. IRO too. IRO Chaos is a lot of very friendly people too. Of course, there will be some negativity, some toxicity, depending on who you talk to. I guess it's a personal matter, you know. There will always be some people who are not very friendly, but a lot of people, especially when we were just starting out in IRO Chaos, Ragnarok Online Chaos server, someone gave me 100 million Zenny. They were so nice to me. But there's that. IRL Chaos also filled with nice, very nice, very welcoming people. Compared to my experience when I was but a mere lass or lad, whichever, I don't mind. Lass or lad. I had a lot of trouble on the official server that I was playing on in Ragnarok because everyone was just so toxic and verbally abusive. I wouldn't say everyone. I'm not fond of generalizing. Generalizing is bad, very, very bad. I don't agree with that. But a lot of people that I played with were very mean and insulting towards me, and I was alone. I was a kid. I was a child. You shouldn't be doing that. Yeah, the Microsoft layoffs were just terrible. Corporations just keep getting worse, says Rose. I agree. I feel like we probably missed another area of one of the mines that we went to. So maybe that was Echo Mine. So we'll see after this. We'll have to double check. What is this? Why are there? Oh yeah, that is a spider, Daedra. For a moment, I thought she was amazing. I'm paralyzed now.
Whoa.
You're crazy, woman. I fell down. For a moment, I thought she was what is that called? A drag. Yeah, but I heard the news that a lot of the Bethesda staff who had been working on ESO for a long time, decades, were also sadly laid off. Please stop paralyzing me, lady. These Daedra, I hate them. So I feel really bad for them, and I am worried about ESO. I am really worried about it. I hope that the quality of the game doesn't decline, the community doesn't give up and change and become bitter. Orion says, I've been playing ESO nearly since release and haven't had a single bad experience, to be honest. I'm so happy to hear that. He adds, but I do play solo, so I'm biased, lol. That's alright. Have you done any group dungeons? Even once? Rose and I play as a team. in the MMOs that we play. But sometimes, of course, we do try to interact with the community. We do group dungeons. We are part of a guild. Our guild, the guild that we were very happy with, very it's an incredible guild. We are very happy to be part of that guild. Although, of course, they probably kicked us out because we haven't been playing we haven't been active in a long time. It's called Chimera Syndicate, and they are usually very active in the LGBT space, LGBTQ plus space, and also they are always active in the annual Tamriel Pride celebrations. I love that guild so much. They're all very welcoming people, very warm and welcoming, very helpful too. A lot of them are all really experienced in the game, so they are willing to share their knowledge and expertise. Orion adds, "Oh god, hi bunnhop, I'm sorry your messages didn't show up in my tablet for some reason." No problem, Orion. That's the Rose. Maybe you've got top chat on, maybe, I'm not sure. Rose says, "Oh yeah, we really love ESO a lot and wish we had the time to play. Such a wonderful community and nice MMO. They're very generous compared to a lot of the other MMOs." I agree. The only times we spent real money on ESO were the times when we wanted to. Woo, our marksman skill increased. We can level up. When we wanted to try the, what do you call that? The ESO Plus, because we were really looking to spend a lot of time that month playing the game, and then we wanted to level up faster. The additional storage is also very beneficial. So yeah, it's just ESO Plus, but that's also very affordable, and you don't really need to do it every month. It's only when you feel like it. And then also we purchased gold, or sorry, gems? Is it called gems? I can't remember, I'm sorry. to purchase a house in Whirlwind. And also the crates, the crown crate. There we go. They're called crowns. We purchased crowns during a sale, and then we enjoyed a couple of ESO crates, crown crates, as well as purchasing a house in Morrowind, and a couple of other goodies. So, but we rarely spent real money on ESO. But every time we did, I felt like it was worth it, definitely. Rose says it's nice that ESO is completely playable solo or with a group. I love the versatility, definitely. She asks, if you want a challenge, you can just do the challenging PvE content. The daily rewards are nice. I agree. Orion says, I did a dungeon with a group once some years ago. Dragged the whole thing down like usual. Hashtag pro! Good for you, Orion. Rose says, no worries, Orion. Sorry, I didn't realize you were talking to me. Orion says, yeah, ESO is definitely one of the most solo-friendly MMOs I've played so far. That's why it's the only one I even touch semi-constantly. Good to hear that. Yeah, I understand. A lot of people do prefer to play solo, and I can agree with that. The first time I played ESO was in 2017, if I'm not mistaken. If I can, I found my screenshot. A screenshot of me playing ESO for the first time in 2017. I just can't remember which folder I put it in. But if I find it, I'll upload it on my socials. The official bunnhop Twitter and Blue Sky socials, of course. And I loved how my character, my wood elf, I usually play as a wood elf. This is the first time I played as a Khajiit. I just got tired of being a wood elf. And she looked like the main character in the modern Star Wars. I can't remember her name. Sorry. But it's just so cute. I loved it. I love my wood elf. And I usually use the name Mintre Sullivan in Elder Scrolls games. I don't know why. But yeah, I played it for the first time in 2017. Rose says, yeah, true, Orion. How did you carry your group, Orion? Wow. Hashtag pro indeed. Where am I even going? This place is sprawling. Is this the one with the is this the one with the trap? No, it's not. It's not the corridor with the trap. Orion says, Rose, something like that, lol. Hashtag pro. We are always very grateful towards the stronger, more capable players who like to carry, who are fine carrying lower level characters in games. We wouldn't be able to do it without you. So I always have a deep appreciation for those very kind, very generous, high level pro players in MMOs. He's just standing over there. Oh, did you heal? How dare you? Did you heal again? I'll shoot you in the face. There we go. Another blue suede shoe. Oh. Rose says, it could have been us in your group. What if it was us? Orion says, and we must have started playing at around the same time. I started playing before they removed the subscription service, whenever that was, lol. I think that was slightly before 2017. Because when I played in 2017, there wasn't any subscription anymore. It was free. You just purchased a game, and then that's it. You can enjoy the very long base game with all the faction quest lines, the three different factions, warring factions. Lots and lots of content for years. You can play it for years. So that was when I started playing, 2017. And then if I'm not mistaken, Rose and I started playing it on the PlayStation. I first played it on a computer. But when I moved out of that house, I, of course, lost access to the computer that I was sharing with someone. So, Rose and I purchased a PlayStation for me. She had one for herself already. And we purchased a PlayStation and we played together. And that was 2018. It was summer in Japan, so that was June, I think. Is it June? It was definitely summer in Japan. Maybe it was August then. August 2018 when we first started playing ESO together on the PlayStation. There are some silly times in ESO that we that we managed to witness. There was this time when a couple was fighting. They were arguing on voice. It was just so silly. I love that. You could hear I don't know if they were really arguing for real or was it just a skit. I don't know. I think it was in where was that? Oridon. It was in Oridon. And they were arguing. Rose says my main character is an Argonian warden healer. Oh yeah. And mine is a Khajiit warrior, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, that was a long time ago, says Rose. And she adds, I think the last time we played was 3 years ago. Agreed. Hello everyone, says Oblivion 601. Welcome to the stream. Hello Oblivion 601. How are you doing? How is your weekend going? Are you playing Oblivion Remastered 2, says Rose. Orion says, Rose, Argonians are awesome. I played as an Argonian Nightblade for a bit myself. My main right now is an Orc Templar, but I change mains more than I do socks. I feel like I can agree with that. There are times when I also felt like... I think my very first main in ESO was a Nightblade. A Wood Elf Nightblade. But then eventually I got tired of it. So I chose to be a... I also made a high elf healer. I don't know if she was a warden. She could have been a warden. A healer, a warden, a support warden. And then I changed into... I switched to a Khajiit warrior. Oblivion says my character I'm playing is an Argonian named Sleeps with Fishes. That's so cute. I love that name. I really admire players who like to roleplay and name their characters after in a culturally appropriate way of naming them, depending on the race that they're playing as. I like that. We also try to do that. We also try to name our characters depending on based on the culture or the race that we're playing as. There's too many Daedras in these malls. Oh, by the way, we've totally forgotten that we are giving away 5 YouTube memberships this stream. Rose is giving away 5 free YouTube memberships. Master bunnring membership. So this is the top tier membership for the retro realm of bunnhop for our channel. So I hope that you all, or who are watching right now at this very moment, can get them, because they are at random. They're given at random. Let me see. Is this on Oblivion Remastered or ESO Oblivion 601? Asked Rose. Orion says, no kidding, most of my characters during my teenage years were either Bretons or Altmers. I had horrible taste. No problem. I usually love being a wood elf. Mostly love being a wood elf. This is the first time I am a Khajiit in what do you call that? A single player Elder Scrolls game. But yeah, I was a Khajiit first in ESO. Barry says, Cora, hello, welcome to the stream. Barry, how are you doing? For everyone who's watching, please do check out Gachu Barry streams. Her channel on Twitch. If we can get a shout out, please. Thank you for dropping by. How are you doing? Happy weekend. Happy Saturday. I hope that your doggy boo is doing well, is doing better. Have we got another? Oh, there. A storm catching. Our little doggy baby also wasn't doing quite well. Hasn't been doing well for the past few days. She's a little bit too sensitive these days. I think it's because she can probably feel how stressed out we are. How busy and stressed out we are, so that's probably contributing to her mood. She's been having a lot of mood swings and zoomies. But I hope that she's okay health-wise. And I hope your doggo is also okay health-wise. Remastered and Skyrim, says Oblivion 601. Do you play the same character in both games? Barry says, I name almost all my characters the same name. I do that for all of my, what do you call that? Wood elf characters. They're usually bards, stealthy archers. And I named them Mintrace Hooligan. But for this one, for the streams, I just name everyone Cora now. So it's easier for people to follow. And then on Ragnarok, whoa, Civilized is huge. We've got a Daedra, we've got a Paralyzed Civilized, we've got a Clan Fear. Everyone's here for the party. I really love this paralyzing thing. It helps a lot with the gameplay, with the combat rather. Let me check the chat. Orion says all sorcerers, by the way. Points for originality. And Rose says no, they're strong mages. Rose on Twitch says, hey Barry, so great to see you again. Welcome back. I hope your baby dog is feeling better and you are too. Please check out Gacho Barry's amazing Twitch channel here. Oblivion says, I had a Khajiit named Purr Softly. I love that. Purr Softly. I love those sweet and gentle names. They're very adorable. Rose says, do you play ESO 2, Barry? And she asks Oblivion, such a she tells Oblivion that it's a cute name. I agree. Very softly. This alien ruin is sprawling. Doggo is doing much better. I'm glad to hear that, Barry. Rose on YouTube says, I think I haven't tried a sorcerer class yet. Same here. I like their lightning ability. I agree. Orion says, oh, it's fun. Don't get me wrong. I just used it so much I wore it out, but it's a good class. I always play as a sneak archer. So I feel you, Orion. Barry says, I do not, but I do have the game. Good to hear. Have you tried it once? Rose says, Barry, I'm really glad your doggo's better. I hope you're feeling better too. It must have been really difficult. Yeah, I can't imagine. Whenever our little doggy baby refuses to eat, we feel really bad and we don't know what to do because sometimes she's very picky. And usually what happens is just, it's tied to her mood. She refuses to eat because she's not feeling well. Maybe she doesn't get enough hugs. Or maybe she feels as if where did we go? We're too busy or we're too stressed out so she can feel it. Orion says, I've always been interested in trying Arcanist or Necromancer myself. I have a Necro but never made a character with it, lol. Oh, I have Necro but never made a character with it, lol. I think... yeah, Rose is a Necromancer and then after a while she's like, I don't want to be a Necromancer anymore. It's disgusting, she said. Rose on Twitch says, okay, same for us too. We haven't played it in a while. Yeah, for 3 years. Haven't really checked it. I think I logged in last year to just get a free pet or something. Rose says, same here. I have a Necromancer, but roleplay wise, I wouldn't be a Necromancer. Arcanist, it does look cool though. I agree. Oh, I love those berry emotes. Heart emotes. Oh, and yeah, we should give away the free YouTube memberships now, I guess. I think so. How do we get out of this? There we go. Oh my, it was closer than I thought it would be. It was closer to one of the exits. Sorry, one of the places that we... There we go. Huh? Huh? So confused. Where is it? It's okay. It is upstairs. It is upstairs. I just don't know how the hell we're gonna go upstairs. I guess it's here. There we go. Climb up. Oh no! Not this trap. Orion says, I think I understand. I don't usually mess with necromancy on my playthrough either. Lol, it's usually some combination of healing or conjuration if I do magic. Same. I'm either a healer, like my healing Altmer warden, my support warden, or a wizard in Ragnarok. I used to have a wizard in Ragnarok. I no longer have it. It was on an official server where I was playing when I was a little baby. A little baby. My origin country's official server. Of course, now we do play on IRO. International. Barry says, the edgier a mage I can be, the better. Necromancer mage. There we go. I love it. I love it when my friends are edgy and I'm not. I want to be the I want to be the sweet cute one, and then they can be the edgy cool one. You know, it's a nice combination. Should we give out the free memberships now on YouTube? I think we should. We've been... Wait, what? Why are we going up? Is this the way east? Really? I guess. Alright, I will do the giveaway now, says Rose. Thank you for that. Rose on Twitch says, do you prefer the Necromage build? Necromancer. Boop. Brown bear. Do we need fennel for the wine? Might as well take it. I have time today to do a little bit of alchemy off stream, I think. And also to check if our if we've got the right ingredients for the wine for our wine cellar. It's so rainy. What am I doing? Fall damage. I need some sort of armor that reduces fall damage. How is everyone doing this weekend? What are your plans? Is anyone doing anything significant or new this weekend? Anyone looking forward to something cool happening this weekend? There we go! Congratulations to Speed 17, Alistor Amon, Kim Lastimosa, and Silent Reaper 999. Woo! Congratulations! Congratulations for your free Master Bunnring memberships. There we go. Congratulations on your free memberships. I hope you enjoy our perks, YouTube perks as Master Bunnrings, and that includes bi-weekly members-only streams here on YouTube. You've got Chorus Diary entries, sneak peeks, oral bites, and a monthly handwritten postcard, digital postcard, available for download on YouTube. Yay! Says Barry on Twitch. Thank you so much. I hope that you have a wonderful weekend, Barry, with your doggo and your human. Oh, this is a different alien ruin. How many alien ruins are we gonna go to today? Oh yeah, before we do that, I really want to go back to the mine. Should we just... There we go. Because I feel like I had missed a small part of the mind, if I'm not mistaken. Rose says, Barry, oh nice. I think the Sorcerer and Arcanist classes are quite edgy and cool too. I don't remember playing as an edgy mage character in any of the games, but I would love to see it. I would definitely love to see it. Where was it? Is it sport? Is it this camp? Is it this copse? No. Is it this cave? I think it's this cave. There we go. Here, sorry for the delay, says Rose. No problem at all. It's also hard to do things while you're modding. There's so many things to do. Is it this camp? I can't remember. I really can't remember. Oh no. I can't remember where we went. I'm so crazy. Alistair Amon says thank you for the gifted membership. No problem, Alistair. Nice to see you again. Hope you're doing well. It is random, the membership, but I think YouTube takes into consideration your activity. So if you often watch videos or live streams, even if you're lurking, if you are chatting often, if you chat often, if you like videos, I guess those contribute to the likelihood of you getting the free membership. I think. Barry says Rose being able to stab and cast magic is a good amount of edgy for me too. Oh yeah. Definitely. Stab and magic. So I think that is a very unique what do you call that? Build. A battle mage. Those are really cool too. I don't usually play as mages because, you know, my first MMO was Ragnarok Online, and in Ragnarok Online, mage classes or mage jobs are kind of on the weaker side in terms of HP. They're kind of, you know, they die easily and all that, and they really need a lot of either potions, better equipment, or better party mates to survive. So there's that. I usually just play as a sneak archer or a warrior class, but I admire those who play edgier classes and play as battle mages. I'm doing good, getting ready to move to the Philippines in a month, says Alistor. Oh, that's so cool. Are you originally from somewhere else outside of Southeast Asia? Have I been to that cave? No, not yet. And are you moving to the Philippines for school, work, family? I know people in the Philippines. Thanks for watching, Alistor, says Rose. I second the motion. Rose says Barry Nightblade is also edgy. ESO also has a lot of edgy classes. I agree. You can be a very edgy Nightblade. I was a tame Nightblade. As you all know, I'm a very tame person. Boring and goody two shoes, but you can be a very edgy Nightblade. 4 classes are quite edgy, says Rose. Agree. Alistor says also getting married in the beginning of next year in the Philippines. Congratulations, Alistor! Or Alistor. There we go. Alistor! Woohoo! I hope that your spouse and you and your spouse can enjoy your wedding. Is it gonna be a grand wedding? An intimate wedding with your friends and family? And how about honeymoon? Have you planned where to go and enjoy your first few nights as a married couple? Very with a very lovely shocked berry emotes. I'm not really sure how those are called or what those are named, but they're so cute. I love the berry emotes so much. I love them. I'm a tree-hugging ward, Sister Rose. You're also a tree-hugging queer in real life. We all are. We both are, rather. Tree-hugging. I just remember that that term. United States, says Alistair Amon. Oh, are you marrying someone from the Philippines? I wish you all the best wishes. Best wishes for the newly married couple. I know you're not yet newly married. You will be in the beginning of next year. But just in case we don't see each other, I'm wishing you the best in your relationship, your marriage. As a loving married couple in advance. Congratulations, Alistair. I hope your move to the Philippines goes smoothly, and wish you and your spouse a very happy marriage. That's Rose. And Alistair says, moving there for my girlfriend. Oh, that's cool. Where in the Philippines, if I may ask? It's a because I know there are 3 major land forms, islands in the Philippines, and I know there's like 7,000 plus islands in the Philippines, right? But the main islands are Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. So, which major island are you moving to? Aw, says Barry. Aw, thank you, she says. No problem. Alistair says, well, gonna be just her family, gonna be a waterfall and garden type of wedding. Ooh, that sounds romantic. I love that. I love that. Barry says, I may or may not yoint a plant from work. Are you a thief, Barry? Are you confessing to a crime? What happened to the plant, Barry? And how come you yoinked it? Did no one notice? Barry says, Rose says yes, Barry. Alistair says yes, she's Filipino. Oh. I wish you all the best in your loving marriage. Fun times. Weddings are fun. Mostly because of the food. And celebration of love, of course. The celebration of love is the most important thing, but also because of food. Oh wow, that sounds fantastic, says Rose. Orion says, Rose, healing's fun, but I always felt a bit afraid being responsible for so many. I know how that feels. I usually prefer tanking, but ESO's an exception because I like two-handed more, lol. That's really nice to know. I admire people who can do two-handed builds. I usually go for, if I'm playing as a warrior, I just do a one-handed sword and shield build because I feel safer that way. I feel like if you do two-handed, you must be very strong and very capable. I like shielding myself. Just outside of Manila, don't want to say exactly how. No problem at all, Alistair. You don't want to pry here, of course, for privacy reasons. But that is Luzon, so I'm happy to hear that. I've never... Okay, whenever I'm in the Philippines, I'm mostly in Luzon. I've never been anywhere else. Which is sad, of course. It's the same thing with no, never mind. Bangkok, Thailand. Sorry, whenever I'm in Thailand, it's different because most of the time we are in Bangkok, but there are also times when we went to Phuket and Koh Samui. So I feel like I'm better traveled. I'm better traveled in Bangkok or in Thailand rather than in the Philippines. We should change that, of course. We should change that. We will try our best to go travel more in the Philippines as well, around the Philippines. Rose says, wow, I'm sure the venue will look great. Waterfall and garden, I love it. They did not mind, says Barry. Congratulations, congratulations. Oh, someone is attacking me. How dare you? How dare you, skeleton? Have you named your plant, Barry? Have you named your cute little new plant? Also, congrats to those who won, says Orion. Thank you for that. I wish that we could give more memberships, but what we do is that we just try to give 5 memberships for a month. Free memberships. But, you know, in the future, amazing. Wow. Wow. We're blocked out. In the future, we'll see. We might be able to make, or to give away 10 memberships instead of 5. Let me check the chat. Barry says, I just said, I'm taking this, and they said, okay. What a lovely office you're working for. What a lovely company you're working for, Barry. Your co-workers must be so friendly. I'm so happy for you. I hope there are more, you know, workplaces like that. Alistor says thanks, Bun. Rose says nice, Alistor. No problem. And Rose on Twitch says, Barry, it's like they couldn't be bothered to say no. Very responsible. We were moving from a bigger office into a smaller one. Oh, that's why. So I'm sure they were low-key glad there were less things to try and fit in the new office. Ooh. I hope that you like the new office more. Especially because it's bigger, more spacious. And Barry says, Rose, I wish I could take the fridge. Is it a mini fridge? Is it a bigger fridge? What kind of fridge is it? Where did we go? You know what? I'm gonna jump down. Let's take shortcuts here. But they sold it, I'm fairly certain. So scary. Fridges are expensive. When our fridge died last month, we thought that we would need to purchase another fridge, which is sad. Because it only lasted 5. If that happened, it would have only lasted 5 years. But thankfully, they managed to repair it. So it didn't set us back, I think, I don't know, $450, probably more, $500. So it just we just had to pay about $100 or so. Is it? $200, I think. For the repairs. And we had to get it pulled out, of course, because they had to repair it inside their facility. I have not yet named it, says Barry. And she says, I must look now while I do chores. No problem at all, Barry. Thank you so much for stopping by. And I hope that your chores go smoothly. And that they're not as stressful. Thank you for the alert. Rose says, true, Orion, it is a big responsibility, but tanking is also a big responsibility too. You usually need to revive everyone and jump around evading the boss. Jump around. Jump around. Oh yeah, I just forgot. I just remembered rather. My warrior is a tank. My Khajiit warrior in ESO is a tank. Oh no, never mind. No, it was a red guard. I have a red guard tank, if I'm not mistaken. Right? Or was that in... I can't... Never mind. I think that was in Oblivion, not Oblivion Remastered, just Oblivion. When we tried it, I think probably a year or so before Oblivion Remastered came out, we tried it on the Xbox. So yeah, never mind. I think it was the Khajiit warrior that is also a tank, and I do remember having to just put up my shield, and then that's it. That is tanking. It can be simple, it can be complex depending on how good you are and how difficult the dungeon is. But I think that healing, as Orion said, is much more complicated. When I was very young, when I was playing Ragnarok Online religiously, I was a full support priest, and I would get so I don't know, what is that term? Trash talked a bit too much by the people that I was supporting, because I didn't know how to support them to keep them alive. But I was just a child, so it makes sense. Orion says, I think I had mine disabled. I didn't even know you could do that. Oh, which one? Is it the membership? I think so. You can enable the YouTube memberships, and you can also get it disabled, the gifting rather. I hope that you'll get it next month then. If everything goes well, we might be able to give away more memberships in the coming weeks. And Rose says, Barry, thank you so much for dropping by. Thank you for the lurk. And if only they let you. They let Barry keep the fridge. Orion says, Rose, that's true. Final Fantasy XIV made me used to getting talked down to while tanking LOL, but it is closer to what I'm used to personally. So Final Fantasy XIV also get a little bit toxic sometimes. Do you mean reviving with those crystal things? Says Rose. Usually when I see most of the group dying in a dungeon, it's the tank that's the last one, and they always revive everyone and stop us from failing. Personal experience. That's coming from personal experience. I know it's usually the tank that is the last remaining member of the party. Orion says, Rose, I meant the gift memberships. It gave me some kind of message about enabling them, so I assumed they were disabled. Oh, okay. I'm glad that YouTube tells you to enable them. Reminds you to enable them. I wish that it was just enabled. By default, like on Twitch. So that the ones that are more active, the most active viewers, our most active bunnrings will not miss out on the free master bunnring memberships. They're very valuable. I would say so myself. Rose says, okay, I think we heard about that option being off by default. I hope you can get one next time, Orion. I hope so too. They are mean to you because you're a tank? Why? And tanks are so important though, everyone is, to be honest, says Rose. I agree. Every role in a party is important. Why do they always have a bald priest in all of these shrines? No offense to bald people. Basil or Nard.
What business do you have with Meridia, Lady of Infinite Energies?
I want to do this quest next stream. Our first Daedra quest, because I always love Meridia, which is the name of our dog, by the way.
What we do is perfectly legal. Others have no right to interfere.
Sure. Of course. Daedra worship.
The spark of life is within you, and you are welcome here at Meridia's shrine.
Happy to hear that, Basil.
It is possible she will speak to you, under certain conditions.
And what are
Leave
those
an offering
conditions?
at this shrine. Meridia demands tribute in the form of the remains of her enemies, the undead.
Skeleton bones, perhaps? I
We'll
want to
see.
persuade him to know more about this, because this is what we're planning to do next stream.
That's pretty good. You're pathetic.
I'm not pathetic. You're
Was that?
mean,
I
Dad.
accept. I have no choice. I accept. I have no choice. I doubt.
Accept.
Good one.
Good one.
You're full. Yeah, I get it. Whatever you want. Don't be silly. I doubt you really mean that. Don't make... Not. I accept. I have no
that's
choice.
it.
I see.
Nothing else for
May
us
the lady
here.
guide your steps.
Let me see. Orion says, Rose, I just suffer from a lot of brain farts, so honestly, sometimes I miss very basic mechanics. One time I even entered a dungeon with the wrong class, Lamau. That happens to me too, so don't worry.
All
I
things speak
understand.
with the voice of life, even the bones of the earth.
Demetrius, what a lovely name.
Life is a blessing, and death is not the end, but only when the spirit remains incorruptible.
Why do you look so happy, though? Ooh. Another hand touches the beacon. Where is her beacon? Where is Meridia's beacon? Scott Crossy is on YouTube. He says, hello guys, short visit again, how's things? Thank you so much for dropping by. I hope, we wish you a great weekend, Scott. Orion says, least fashion challenge Breton. What is this, a Westfield brown bear den hunter? What does that even mean? Is this like a legendary monster? Westfield bear fang. Interesting, interesting. Are Bretons known for being fashionably challenged? Orion says, hey Scott. Rose says, oh yeah, I understand. Some people are just too toxic and take it too seriously. Oh, that's really sad. I hate those kinds of people. Soap is on Twitch too. Welcome Soap. How are you doing? Happy weekend. Please do check out Soap_MaxStavish. Soap's channel on Twitch. Do you still play Call of Duty a lot, Soap? What games are you playing these days? I found 20 more of the Nirnroot. I should return to Sindarian and Skingrad so you can begin creating a moderate version of the elixir of exploration from them. There we go. Scott says it's 5 a.m. and humid. Good morning, and I hope that you find a way to cool down. Maybe some cold water, cold drinks, a fan. Another bear. Westfield is filled with bear. Bears everywhere. Scott says big butt bear. Bears and their big butts. Whoa! He was doing a little bit of twirling there. I wonder if it's a quest. Is it related to a quest? Thank you for the shout out. We will be ending the stream soon too. Orion says, I'm not even entirely sure, but in Oblivion they usually have those types of haircuts, so that's my headcanon. Is it the the bald priest? Maybe he is a priest. He is a priest of Meridia. Old-timey priest in real life also, or sport that kind of hairdo. So I guess that's it. Why are we being attacked by Westfield brown bear den hunters? What is this? Is this a quest? Because I'm curious. I am intrigued. Scott on YouTube says because God hates us. That is always the answer. It's still hot in England. Why? Says Rose. Oh, I wish things would get better. I remember last time you said it was getting better. It was starting to get better. But now it's hotter again. I also saw in the news, I can't remember which state in America, they're also very they're suffering from the extreme heat as well.
Welcome to Shardrock.
Hello. Ooh, it's annoying.
I wish I could be more hospitable, but I'm a bit distracted.
I can hardly
hear. It seems I'm
hear
having
you.
a bear problem and I just don't know what to do.
Oh, a quest. Bears.
I've had attacks on my small flock of sheep lately. I was hoping that building a fence would solve the problem, but it hasn't helped at all. Then, one day when I was just about to step outside, I saw
there
the
we
culprit.
go. It's a quest.
A group of Westweald bears was dragging away a sheep carcass. There's no way I can fight those ferocious beasts off on my own. If you could thin the population a bit, they would probably leave the area.
We'll definitely
I'll
do
tell you
that
what,
next stream.
Kill 6 of the things, bring me their fangs as proof, and I'll reward you well. Please, you're my only hope.
No problem, Thorley. I've obtained the third the third West Wheeled Bear Fang. Make this my active quest.
Damn bears.
Damn
run
bears.
Me out of Shardrock at this rate?
Let me check the chat. OMG, that's just horrible. I really hope you can stay cool and the heat just disappears soon, says Rose. I agree. Scott says, oh, by the way, I started Veilguard again. Finally, congratulations! What backstory did you choose for your character and what class? And what race are you playing as? Is he just living alone? I guess so. He is a single guy, a farmer, I think. He's a rancher. Okay, I guess that is it for today. That is, so next stream, we will be, trying to accomplish this quest. Trying to complete it. And we will be helping Thorley, get rid of some of the West-Wheeled bears. And we'll take the fangs as proof, so that he can keep his sheep safe. And then we are getting closer to Kvatch, so that's something to look forward to. Off stream, I will be selling wares back to the Three Brothers, and we will also do a little bit of alchemy, and we'll try to get some wines concocted for us by our vintner. Let me see. Orion says, dude, what kind of Last Kingdom name is that? Which one? Rose says, have you created a character already? Yeah, Orion, lol. Which one? I'm an elf Mornwatch, says Scott. Interesting. I've never really played it as an elf in Dragon Age, but I do love watching playthroughs of people playing as elves. Orion says it's just an odd name for a Breton. I'm sorry, lol. Oh, Thorley? I think he's a Nord. I think he is a Nord, isn't he? Let's go inside. Thorley. Ethelred. Oh yeah, Ethelred is it is a Nord. I think it's a Breton name. Thorley Ethelred. It sounds like a name from Assassin's Creed Valhalla in Old England. I went with a female character, says Scott. Ooh, that's a cool choice. Who will you be romancing, if any? And Rose says, cool, Scott, are you a mage this playthrough? Scott says, a warrior. So a warrior elf Mornwatch background. Really interesting. I would love to learn more about the Mornwatch, of course. We will be meeting Emmerich, a member of the Mornwatch, in our next stream, if I'm not mistaken, of Dragon Age Veilguard. Okay, I guess that is it for today. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. We've got Orion, Scott, Alistor on YouTube. We've got Soap McStavish and Barry on Twitch, as well as Oblivion. Thank you, everyone. I hope you all have a great weekend. I will be switching over to the other screen. The Japanese word of the day screen. There we go. Let me pull it up. 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 Do 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 do. Orion says elves in DA are really fun, lol. I love those elves in Dragon Age. Scott says, nice seeing you all. I'm at a car show tomorrow. Another car show! Congratulations! So many car shows this time of the year in England. I'm surprised. I hope you have fun, Scott. There we go. Dakara. Today's Japanese word of the day is very simple. Dakara, because. Dakara. So if someone asked you, why are you wearing just a tank top and shorts today? And then you can say, atsui dakara. It's because it's hot. Why did you choose to become an elf Mornwatch warrior in your most recent or your current playthrough of Dragon Age, the Veilguard? And then you can just say, it's because I like it dakara. It's because I like it. Or if someone says, let me think, what kind of scenario? If you're asking someone to lend you a tool, let's say scissors or a wrench, and then they tell you that I think you'll need it. I think you'll definitely need this tool. And then you can just be a little bit sarcastic and say, Dakara kashite. That's why they give it to me. You can be a little bit mean and then polite and say, Dakara kashite. That's why you should lend it to me. You should give it to me right now, that wrench or that scissor or whatever tool you need. Because you're in a hurry. It's like, Dakara kashite. Give it to me. That's why give it to me right now. Because you know that I need it. Okay, that is our Japanese word of the day. I hope you all get a chance to practice using it this week. Dakara means that's why or because. Rose says, yeah, true, the elves have a very interesting history in DA. I do remember that the canon race for the warden in Dragon Age Origins is an elf, if I'm not mistaken. Very interesting lore indeed, especially considering that they used to be mostly immortal. Let me see. Cool, I hope you enjoyed, Scott. Car shows are always great. We went to one in Odaiba before, and it was really interesting to see all the cars. Scott says, it's in my hometown this time, thankfully. Oh, I'm glad to hear that you won't have to travel too far this time, especially considering the heat and humidity. And Rose says, thank you everyone for watching. It was so fun catching up and chatting. I really appreciate every single one of you, and I also want to congratulate again those of you who received the Master Bunnring gifted memberships, and I hope that we are able to give away more memberships in the coming weeks. So many more free Master Bunnring gifted memberships. There we go. For our YouTube Bunnrings. No need to go far to see the show, says Rose. Yay again! I hope everyone gets to enjoy their weekend, and I'll see you all next week, Monday night, hopefully, for another episode of our Chill Play Dragon Age the Veilguard series, and also on Wednesday night. And for those of you who are only interested in watching Oblivion Remastered live streams, I'll see you again next week, Friday night, same time, same place here at the Retro Realm of bunnhop. For our Chill Play Oblivion Remastered live streams. Orion says, see you later everyone, take care, happy weekend, until next time, take care, good night and goodbye.